Welcome to Terri HR Podcast. I'm Terri, and this is English for Career Growth, where we focus on real, practical communication skills to help you succeed at work. Have you ever been in a meeting and heard phrases like, "let's circle back," or "that's a win-win situation," but weren't sure what they meant? Maybe you nodded along, hoping no one would ask you to respond. Now, let's move on to episode 4. Workplace Jargon Business Idioms Explained. Business English is full of jargon and idioms that can be confusing, especially if English isn't your first language. But here's the good news: understanding and using these phrases correctly can instantly make you sound more professional and confident in workplace conversations. Today, we'll break down why business idioms matter in your career growth, common workplace phrases and how to use them naturally, practical strategies to understand and apply them effectively. By the end of this episode, you'll not only understand these expressions, you'll be able to use them in real conversations. Why do business idioms jargon matter? Business English isn't just about grammar and vocabulary. It's about sounding like you belong in the professional world. Imagine two employees giving the same report. Person A: we need to change our marketing strategy. Person B: we should pivot our approach to align with current market trends. Who sounds more confident and experienced? Person B. The reality: when you use workplace idioms and business jargon correctly, you sound more professional and credible, communicate more efficiently, build stronger relationships with colleagues and clients. Now, let's go through some common phrases that will help you speak like a pro in business settings. Part 2: Common workplace phrases and how to use them naturally. 10 essential business idioms you must know, and how to apply them effectively. Understanding business idioms isn't just about memorizing phrases. It's about using them strategically in real workplace situations. Below, we'll go beyond definitions and examples by showing how to apply each idiom, when to use it, and why it adds value to your communication. Sentence 1: let's circle back. Meaning, let's revisit this topic later. Example: we don't have all the data yet. Let's circle back on this next week when we have more insights. How to apply in the workplace. Use this in meetings when you need to postpone a discussion without dismissing it. Helps you keep meetings on track and avoid wasting time on unresolved issues. Makes you sound more structured and professional in discussions. Pro tip: pair it with a time frame to show you're still committed. Let's circle back on this in our Friday check-in. Sentence 2: think outside the box. Meaning, be creative and look for unconventional solutions. Example: our usual strategies aren't working. We need to think outside the box to attract new customers. How to apply in the workplace. Use this when brainstorming solutions to a difficult problem. Shows that you value innovation and don't just follow the status quo. Helps encourage a culture of creativity within your team. Pro tip: instead of just saying it, challenge your team with a creative exercise. Let's think outside the box. What would we do differently if budget wasn't a constraint? 3. It's a win-win, meaning, a situation that benefits both parties. Example: if we implement remote work, employees get flexibility, and we reduce office costs. It's a win-win. How to apply in the workplace. Use this when negotiating deals, making strategic decisions, or proposing a compromise. Helps you persuade others by highlighting mutual benefits. Makes you sound solution-oriented and collaborative. Pro tip: great for salary negotiations. If I take on this additional responsibility, it's a win-win. I gain leadership experience, and the company gets a dedicated project manager. 4. Get the ball rolling. Meaning, start a task, project, or process. Example: we have a tight deadline, so let's get the ball rolling on the design phase now. How to apply in the workplace. Use this when kicking off a project or encouraging teammates to take action. Helps you sound proactive and take initiative. creates momentum and gets things moving quickly. Pro tip, works well in emails. I've attached the proposal draft. Let's get the ball rolling on finalizing the details. 5. Move the needle, meaning, make a significant impact or improvement. Example, this new partnership will really move the needle for our brand awareness. How to apply in the workplace, use this when discussing performance, growth, or strategic initiatives. Shows that you're focused on results and measurable impact. Great for leadership conversations when prioritizing high-value tasks. Pro tip, managers love this phrase in performance reviews. Your efforts in client retention have truly moved the needle on our revenue goals. 6. Touch base, meaning, connect briefly to discuss updates or check progress. Example, can we touch base tomorrow to go over the final presentation? How to apply in the workplace, use this when following up with a colleague or manager. Helps you maintain communication without sounding too formal or demanding. Ideal for quick check-ins without scheduling a full meeting. Pro tip, make it time-specific for clarity. I'll touch base with you by noon to confirm the final details. 7. Low-hanging fruit, meaning, the easiest opportunity or quickest solution. Example, before we develop a new product, let's focus on the low-hanging fruit, improving our existing features. How to apply in the workplace, use this when prioritizing quick wins before tackling complex challenges. Shows that you understand efficiency and resource allocation. Helps focus the team on immediate, impactful results. Pro tip, perfect for strategy meetings. Instead of a full website redesign, let's go after the low-hanging fruit, improving our homepage UX first. 8. On the same page, meaning, everyone agrees and understands the situation. Example, before we move forward with the budget, let's make sure we're on the same page. How to apply in the workplace, use this before making decisions to ensure clarity and alignment. Helps avoid miscommunication and teamwork. Makes you sound organized and thoughtful. Pro tip, combine it with summarizing key points. To make sure we're on the same page, let me summarize the action items. Sentence 9, put this on the back burner, meaning, delay or deprioritize something temporarily. Example, with our deadline coming up, let's put this project on the back burner for now. How to apply in the workplace, use this when managing priorities without rejecting ideas completely. Helps you navigate shifting deadlines and workload. Sounds more professional than just saying, let's drop this for now. Pro tip, add a timeline if possible. Let's put this on the back burner until Q3 when we have more resources. Sentence 10. Take this offline, meaning, continue the discussion privately or at a later time. Example, we're running out of time, let's take this offline and discuss after the meeting. How to apply in the workplace, use this when a discussion is off topic or too detailed for the moment. Helps keep meetings efficient and focused. Makes you sound assertive without being rude. Pro tip, great for managing difficult conversations. I appreciate your concerns. Let's take this offline and address them one-on-one. How to learn and use these idioms naturally. Memorizing idioms isn't enough, you need to use them in real situations. Here's how. Step 1. Choose 3 idioms that you think will be most useful in your daily work. Step 2. Write them down and create example sentences relevant to your job. Step 3. Practice using them in emails, meetings, or casual work conversations. Pro tip, listen carefully to how native speakers use these phrases in meetings or emails. The more you hear them, the easier it becomes to use them naturally. Final takeaways. How to apply this today. Now that you understand these business idioms, let's put them into action. Your challenge. 1. Pick one phrase and use it in your next work conversation. 2. Pay attention when others use these idioms and note how they apply them. 3. Replay this episode until these expressions feel natural in your speech. But here's the thing, understanding workplace language is just the beginning. The real challenge? Using it to build connections and grow your career. Imagine this, you're at a networking event or an office gathering. How do you start a conversation confidently? What do you say to keep the conversation engaging? And how do you exit gracefully without it feeling awkward? That's exactly what we'll cover in the next episode. Coming next, EP5, Networking Small Talk in English, Building Career Connections. Learn how to start, maintain, and exit professional conversations with confidence. Master small talk at conferences, coffee chats, and office events. If you've ever struggled with networking, you won't want to miss this one. Found this episode helpful? Share it with a colleague. And remember, you can adjust the speed of this episode in your video settings to match your learning pace. See you in the next episode. Thank you for your listening.